Hello, I'm Jashikins, and welcome to another episode of Jash Reads. Tonight we're going to be finishing up Chapter 5 of Mockingjay by Susan Collins. I'm in good spirits by the time I get back to the prep team, leaving VT and Gale behind. I sit patiently through the rest of the paint job and don my costume, which now includes a bloody bandage over the scar on my arm to indicate I've been in recent combat. Vinia affixes my Mockingjay pin over my heart. I take up my bow and the seed of normal arrows that BT made, knowing they would never let me walk around with the loaded ones. Then we're out on the soundstage, where I seem to stand for hours while they adjust makeup and lighting and smoke levels. Eventually, the commands coming via intercom from the invisible people in the mysterious glassed-in booth become fewer and fewer. Fulvia and Plutarch spend more time studying and less time adjusting me. Finally, there's quiet on the set. For a full 5 minutes, I am simply considered. Then Plutarch says, "I think that does it." I'm beckoned over to monitor. They play back the last few minutes of taping, and I watch the woman on the screen. Her pie seems larger in stature, more imposing than mine. Her face smudged, but sexy. Her brows black and drawn in an angle of defiance, wisps of smoke, suggesting she has either just been extinguished or is about to burst into flames, rise from her clothes. I do not know who this person is. Finnick, who's been wandering around the set for a few hours, comes up behind me and says with a hint of his old humor, "They'll either want to kill you, kiss you, or be you." Everyone's so excited, so pleased with their work. It's nearly time to break for dinner, but they insist we continue. Tomorrow we'll focus on speeches and interviews and have me pretend to be in rebel battles. Today, they want just one slogan, just one line that they can work into a short propo to show to coin. "People of Panam, we fight, we dare, we end our hunger for justice." That's the line. I can tell by the way they presented that they've spent months, maybe years, working it out and are really proud of it. It seems like a mouthful to me, though. And stiff. I can't imagine actually saying it in real life. Unless I was using a capital accent and making fun of it. Like when Gale and I used to imitate Effie Trinket's "May the odds be ever in your favor." But Fulvia's right in my face, describing a battle I've just been in, and how my comrades in arms are all lying dead around me, and how to rally the living. I must turn to the camera and shout out the line. I'm hustled back to my place and the smoke machine kicks in. Someone calls for quiet. The camera started rolling and I hear "action." So I hold my bow over my head and yell with all the anger I can muster. People of Panam, we fight, we dare, we end our hunger for justice. There's dead silence on the set. It goes on and on. Finally, the intercom crackles and Haymitch's acerbic laugh fills the studio. He contains himself just long enough to say, and that, my friends, is how a revolution dies. And now we have finished chapter 5, and I'm just looking over. God damn it, I think I missed a comma. That wasn't that important. I really think I had a little too much fun with people of Pan Am. We fight, we dare, we end our hunger for justice. Just that, that's just, I couldn't help myself. I'm like, what am I, I'm sorry, Katniss is right. It's such a stupid fucking line. It's like, okay, now what? That represents something or other. I'm sure some of you nerds cannot figure that out. But anyways, okay, now that, sorry, this hat is actually being really, really annoying tonight for some reason. I'm like trying to concentrate on the words and it keeps on going boom, 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 boom. But anyways, now that I've finished the chapter, it was, I like that they go into detail about Katniss's prep, like the preparations and how she's like, oh, what's going on? And you do see that she still reflects back on the Hunger Games she's been in, that she's going to be, mentally scarred even after all this action is done with. Because when, BT is talking about hummingbirds, and it just causes her to go, oh, fuck. This book does treat PTSD well. It's like you can't escape it, and there's always going to be these marks that are going to be constantly there, constantly on your mind, no matter what you do. And you can start to see Gale and Katniss's, relationship that's been there since they were children, and they still basically are children in this book. And it's so different because Katniss has killed innocent people in the arena, and that's what she thinks of when, battles and killing people. That's always going to be engraved on her mind. And Gale, it's different. He just has this anger and hatred for the Capitol. And without experiencing the Hunger Games, he can't very well see Katniss's point of view. See this, because outright anger and hate fueling his actions instead of being part of needless killing. Yeah. And so, if you would like to leave a comment about this chapter, just be aware when leaving comments, no spoilers. I have read the book before, but, just in case someone is getting into the book via my dramatic readings, I don't want them to be spoiled. So, minor spoilers, okay. Big spoilers, no. And of course, you can't spoil anything from Hunger Games and Catching Fire because, this is the third book in a trilogy, so it's like, yeah, you sort of have to talk about the other two at times. And Lisa, I would like to, start a nice nerdy conversation. And if you want to get the book and read it for yourself, for whatever reason, such as you can't wait till the next part comes out, and I can't really promise when that will be. I used to like to keep it, every week, but then I've sort of been more flexible because, I'm doing other things and don't like to cram myself too much or stress myself out that much every week, so sort of calming down. So if, you want to, you can't wait till the next episode, or remember, this is an adaptation. I think, like, the end, I have such a poor, shitty memory, but after I was done with the chapter, I, mentioned, oh, I forgot this, but it's, like, no big, and I was doing this just because it was so idiotic. So, dramatic reading is an adaptation. And so if you want to read the actual book, you're going to have to read the actual book, even though I'm just reading, the words off the page. There's still going to be differences in, as you saw, physical movement, pauses, inflections. So if you want to get the book and also support me, because I do a shitload of work, surprisingly enough. And if you're watching this on YouTube's link is in the description to where you can buy the book. And it'll help support me at the same time. And if you're reading this on my blog, ad will be on the bottom of the post, and you go there to buy it. So, woot. And yeah, I'm thinking probably Saturday or Sunday, Monday at the latest will be when the bloopers come out on this channel. I was going to do that with this one, but I can't do that. So, see, I had the ingrown nail or whatever. I finally actually put a band-aid on it. After a couple of people were like, Jash, you need to do this. I'm like, I don't do band-aids. And then I'm like, just because I've accidentally put it on things and it started to bleed. So I was like, yeah. And so there's a wire there. This is the part of the episode where I take a shot. And if you drink the alcohols and you're of legal age to do so, you can take a shot with me. I'll be taking sake, per usual. I haven't had a drop of alcohol tonight yet. Surprisingly enough. And if you don't drink for whatever reason, you can take a shot of milk, orange juice, water. Water is extremely healthy. I stay away from the stuff myself. Anyways, you can take a shot of that. And when I say shot now, I basically mean just take a little gulp and ta-da. So let's take a shot tonight for Katniss's wonderful acting abilities. Cheers. Anyways, if you have enjoyed this episode and other videos on this channel by me, just go and subscribe so you can be alerted when my next episode is finally out. And until next video, woof woof, goodbye.